What's up, what's up, what's up? This your boy Big C, the Chameleonaire, here at Capital Boxing, where you won't get it nowhere realer than this. We got breaking news, guys. Breaking news, man. Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao, man, looks to make his return to the ring. June 5th, they said they might got about 80% done against guess who? Man, Terrence Bud Crawford. We cannot make this up, guys, and I hope they're not doing anything for us, man, putting a Mickey in our drink or a banana in our tailpipe, man. We hope they make this fight boxing gods. But here we go. Let's bring you breaking news, guys. It was reported earlier, man, through sources from ESPN and other sources around there that June 5th might be the date for Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao. For my guys that don't know it, maybe don't know my decaf that don't know a lot about Pacquiao, five-time Hall of Famer, world champion, 5-division world champion in all weight divisions. This came off a great win against Keith Thurman last year. Looking maybe to make a big splash. He's also looking maybe to be the Filipino president. He has that opportunity as well. But Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao looking to make his debut and do something that if he is able to pull this off, it would be the most incredible thing in boxing by defeating Terrence Bud Crawford. Now, if for you decafs and guys that don't know a lot about Terrence Bud Crawford, he is a unified champion at 140. The consensus is he's the best pound-for-pound fighter in today's game. Now, if Pacquiao was able to beat a guy like that, it will mean, oh my God, he's already a Hall of Fame. He will be like a first ballot Hall of Famer if he's able to accomplish something like that. So here at Capital Boxing, where you won't get it nowhere realer than this, and this is what the streets and barbershops are saying about this particular fight. They're saying that the trial of this fight, or the what we say with the backstory of this fight, is Terrence Bud Crawford, because the consensus would be he should be able to knock out Pacquiao, to knock him out. If he doesn't knock him out as being the pound for pound best, everyone says that he has the most skill set out there. He looks to end his opponent. He's the pound for pound best. He's coming off an eight knockout streak. Last 8 opponents, down goes Type. Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier. Far as his opponents, his last opponents has been knocked out. He's also saying he has the boxing game. He's fighting. He can fight maybe. He can fight orthodox, or he can fight straight up. You see what I'm saying? But what it's saying is that he's the best pound for pound fighter in the day's game. So, and now I'm gonna give you the backstory on this fight real fast. Now, Pacquiao and Bob Erm, they said the fight should be made. What we say again, June, what was it, June the 7th, somewhere around that time. If this fight was to be made, and Bud and Manny Pacquiao should fight, they both need each other. Pacquiao needs Bud for his ending legacy, and Bud needs Pacquiao to move forward to get the biggest name on his resume so he can make the fight that everyone wants to see. So now let's talk about the state of boxing and how these two opponents play a integral part in this year in the state of boxing. Because let me just explain to you. Terrence Bud Crawford has a fight that everyone wants to see. Like back in the day, everyone wants to see Mayweather Pacquiao, and this year everyone wants to see Terrence Bud Crawford against Earl the Truth Spence Jr. That's the fight everyone wants to see. And it's an opportunity. I'm going to explain to you guys tonight how this all can go down. And bear with me, where you won't get it nowhere realer than this than Capital Boxing. Okay, let's give you the backstory. Top ranking Bob Erm had Manny Pacquiao. He also has right now Terrence Bud Crawford. Terrence Bud Crawford is in his last fight with Top Rank. So if they make this fight, Terrence Bud Crawford can make the biggest payday of his life. He's on the last. He said on the last in the last contract with Top Rank and Bob Burnham, he'll be out of the contract. Let's say Bud Crawford was to win the Pacquiao fight, and he don't have to just win. He has to win in dramatic fashion, meaning that, and the reason why I say this is because if he wins in dramatic fashion, then he's up when they go into negotiations with the fight of the century with Terrence Bud Crawford and Earl the Truth Spence Jr. He can have more in his pouch, so he can get more in his pocket. Okay, and I'll explain that in a little later in this video. But let's keep on with the breaking news. Manny Pacquiao, Bud Crawford makes a big fight. Man, the consensus is, Bud, you have to win, and you have to win in dramatic fashion, a knockout. Now, to my Black Media Row fans, we have on the internet, we have what we call Black Media Row, just guys that's on the internet, not to call out anyway, we have our own thing, where they say real recognize real. Now, I got to push back. I'm not going to give no names, but I got to push back on a concept that happened today. They said, some writer said, and I hope if you hear this, hear what I'm saying. They said if Terrence Crawford gets this fight Top Rank and Bob Burnham gets this fight with Bud Crawford, then I'm sorry, guys, he's going to have to stay with Top Rank. Man, like I said in earlier videos, man, please, man, we don't want to do this. We don't want to go down that road. But just explain to me, guy, how can Top Rank, to give you a backstory, Bob Burnham has the pound-for-pound best Bud Crawford, supposed to be making millions of dollars. He's not making millions of dollars, and if we look back at his resume from Money Mayweather, left Bob Burnham, brought him out of the contract, and that's when he started making multi-millions of dollars. Mikey Garcia got out of the contract with Bob Burnham, and he started making better money than what he did there. So you're telling me if Bud Crawford fight the fight of his life and able to get out and negotiate a deal by himself, that he's going to say, oh, wow, because you gave me this fight, I'm going to stay with you? Man, Bud, please. Bud Crawford from Capital Boxing here with Big C the Chameleonaire, I'll tell you right now, after you get this fight, if you get this fight, God willingly, you take the fight and you go and get out of your contract and you negotiate a big fight in September or October with everyone wants to see Bud with you and Earl Spence, and you'll get paid like you never did. So that's the real thing. So I don't know what that guy meant by he'll re-up with Top Rank and Bob Burnham. That makes no sense. Where you won't hear Capital Boxing, where you won't get it no realer than this. That makes no sense. We want our black brothers to get as much money as they possibly can. So it makes no sense to re-up with him when you can be a free agent and go to the masked man, Al Heyman, and everybody know the PBC, and you'll be able to negotiate a contract just by you being by yourself. If you need me, I'll come and negotiate that thing. And I bet you I get you more money than you ever seen. But yeah, again, that's what you need to do. You see what I'm saying? So let's talk about it. If Bud needs to knock out, and okay, so let's say my consensus with that fight, Pacquiao's a Hall of Famer, don't want to disrespect him. Bud, you need to beat him, and you need to beat him in dramatic fashion. You need to knock him out. If that was to happen, and we was to get what we are called for, the fight of the decade against you and Earl Spence Jr., Earl Spence has already been on the record saying that he wants 60-40, 50-50. Y'all doing all this negotiation. Y'all playing 3-card bowling with us again. When both of y'all can get the biggest payday of your lives. Stop playing. Stop playing, either one of you. So if Bud is to beat Manny Pacquiao in dramatic fashion, I say, I don't care if it's 55, 45, 50, 50, make the fight. You both will get a better payday. Get out of the contract. Bud, you get out of that contract. Follow the Mayweather brand, the Mikey Garcia brand. Get out of that contract. Make the biggest fight you can around September or October under PVC Al Heyman. You know how the mask man. He don't even want to sign. He'll do the deal and just give you your money. You know, look him up. What do you say? Google him. Google him. We know anyone that knows about boxing knows what he does. And so we'll get the fight of the century. So breaking news, guys. I just wanted to say this is exactly what I wanted to look for. In the meantime, if you want to know about Earl the True Spence Jr., fight Ugas, get a fight under your belt so y'all can make this big fight that everyone wants to see. Now, this is here at Capital Boxing where you won't get it nowhere realer than this. I'm your boy, Big C, the Chameleonaire. Comment in the section below and just ask me, am I on the right track or what do you think about that situation? This is the way boxing goes. This is the way that we can get the fight that we're looking for, and Bud can get the respect that he's looking for. You know, we'll do a video later on if this goes down or whatever happened. Hopefully they don't play 3-card Marley and this fight doesn't happen. But I watched Stephen A. Max on them today. They talk about the fight. Some people say they don't know if it's going to happen or it should happen. June the 5th, breaking news. Manny, Pac-Man, Pacquiao, maybe overseas. Everybody got their vaccination shot in a full arena with Bud Crawford. Man, make the fight and then we'll get the fight that we want. Thanks again for coming out. Please subscribe to the channel, Capital Boxing, on YouTube, on IG, Capital Boxing DC. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks for coming out to the Capital Boxing Studios. Man, we got more videos. We got more interviews coming up in legendary spots all throughout the city. You know, so here at Capital Boxing, we want to thank you guys. And also remember, each one teach one. And man, follow the wave, man. Thank you for my sponsor, Crew Love. Thank you for all 12 a.m. media. Man, thank you for all the guys that's behind me, man. Tricky Inc., man. Triple Team, man. Thanks for everybody. JMJ, Jew. Thanks for everyone that's a part of this network. So join the wave. Thanks again. And thanks for coming out. Big C, we'll see you soon.